5 hours until our flight. Goodbye room. See you in 4 weeks. Alright, so we're here at the airport by myself though. Ed ditched me. Ed! Alright, Ed. Flight 1 of 3.
Flight 1 of 3.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
They better show us tonkatsu. If
Yeah.
not, I can't say that here actually. I'm in place.
First meal in Japan Airlines. Alright, let's do an unboxing.
Okay.
So what did you go for, Ed?
I got the meatballs with the potatoes. I think someone picked well, but that looks really good. Garlic potatoes, spinach, couscous with chicken, tea, and bread. The bread is cold.
Should be right. I got double carbs because someone didn't want to have an allergic reaction. But in here, I got chicken teriyaki with veggies and rice. Don't know why they're like, it low-key looks like breakfast, but they're giving it to us after our first meal. But look, I'm excited there's fruit, honestly. Alright, itadakimasu. Flight 1 of 3 done. How would you rate the first one?
It was actually kind of fun because we watched Wakanda Forever. It's really sad. There are like so many people die for no reason.
Okoye, like, thankfully she was okay.
She had a redemption arc. When Okoye dies, I'm not watching movies anymore.
Exactly. Out of Chan's seasons, like
a 5.7.
I agree with that.
5.7.
Yeah. But
anyone who watches this video and like doesn't know about a rating is probably thinking like, give it a 5.7. Yeah, exactly. For tribute to have only been out for 10 hours, we've had 3 meals already and like a snack.
So, as we should, honestly.
One thing also, something weird with the elevators is that there's a green.
Yeah, what's with the green?
I don't know what that is meant to be symbolic of.
I think the markings are actually telling people where to stand from COVID.
I just bought it.
Look at all of these pocky. Potential Japanese 7-Eleven. Curry pans.
We've been trying to find it, but they don't have it in the vending machines.
They better have it here.
They better.
Oh my God.
They better.
No curry pan.
But it is still cute.
Yeah.
Blueberry cream.
Oh, that looks really good.
That does look. It's like a whole udon meal.
It is. They've got like, okay, maybe not yakisoba, but
Do you think it's buckwheat? Like actual buckwheat?
Well, sometimes they like just use normal udon noodles.
Yeah, because this looks like normal wheat noodles, right?
But I don't know if you want to take the risk.
I'll try.
We found it.
We found it.
We found it. Oh,
it's here.
My gosh.
Also, mitarashi dango. Look how good that looks.
Yum. Okay, maybe we are gonna have to buy some stuff here.
I think so.
I think so.
Let's start off with. We're gonna gain so much.
This is our 4th meal of the day. Oh my gosh, I'm so keen. Itadakimasu.
And this is Ed's review of the dango.
Yeah,
it's really chewy.
It is
softer than you'd expect. And the glaze on top is almost like a jelly.
So we're trying the rock melon pocky. They're giant. They're like 5 times the size of a regular one. But let's see how it is.
The flavour is very similar to Malona, which is not my favourite, but I know a lot of people love it. The actual pocky texture was so good though. The biscuit was a bit more shortbread. And this is the outside of Haneda Airport.
Alright, well we just spilled tea for like the past 3 hours.
Imagine if we recorded the whole thing like
I kind of wish we did.
Yeah.
Low key. But the review of this airport is that it's dead.
We are the only people in a like 20-meter radius.
Yeah, and even if we aren't the only people, we're the only ones that are talking out loud.
Yeah. Everyone is silent.
So people are probably wondering like, oh, who's this person that they've been spilling tea about for the past 3 hours? We've got 1 hour till our next flight. This is the thick one.
We're gonna enjoy the last bit of our leg space. We're gonna have our tea. We're gonna do our skincare.
Yes.
Brush our teeth so we don't stink.
Yeah, we're gonna be the freshest version of ourselves on that flight. In 13 hours, we'll be in Finland. We'll be in Finland. So,
Oh, I forget that we won't even arrive in
We're not
Italy.
even in
We're
Italy.
Fucking Finland, of all places. We'll be in the North Pole.
that's gonna be our chamber for the next 14 hours. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We're not sitting next to each other anymore.
I don't get, because we've got the tickets at the same time. They just saw us and they were like, nope, people are already walking through the tarmac.
Oh, we love the tarmac. Okay, I don't know if you can see it from here.
The Finn Air screen was actually way better than Japan Airlines in terms of design and UI, which was a bit surprising. Also, why do all flight companies use Airbus instead of plane? Like, what is this?
Alright, so this is our first meal in Finnair. So we've got spaghetti.
Tell me why this pasta was so good, like better than some restaurant pastas.
And then we've got tofu and some desserts.
And because we were flying over the North Pole, they simulated the Aurora Borealis Northern Lights to help us sleep. No matter what, I can never sleep on flights, but it was a really nice, pretty installation to look at. This is me trying to be productive and working on my resume while everyone else in the flight was sleeping, and I expected so much more from this breakfast after that pasta.
It's like 4 o'clock, but we're in Finland. We've landed after our big flight. Memories of borrowing this from our high school teachers. What do you think of Poland so far?
It's really nice.
It is.
It is really reminiscent of Sydney Airport.
Yeah.
Prices here are pretty insane.
Oh yeah.
Josh got an iced coffee for $8.50. I got a regular fruit smoothie that wasn't even freshly made, like a bottled one, for $8.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. This is a very nice view, considering it's like 6:30 in the morning. Nice. Alright, it's our last flight. We're nearly there.
This time we had to go through the tarmac.
Yeah, we're literally like here. Ed, where are we?
Finally in Milan. Another 4 hours of travel. We're not actually done yet.
But we've very much gone through the thick of it.
Let's show them the penis.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's many. Not him like looking front and center at it. Our first legit meal in Italy, but we got to rush to get our trains, so. Like, you could definitely have a private property here if you're rich, like a holiday house.
For some reason, the capture camera captures it better than the human eyes.
Sometimes that's the case, yeah.
I hope that's the case for me.
Of Milan. Just one more train. No, maybe 2 more. And then we'll be done. But this is massive, look at that. It's insane. Okay, so we finally made it. So we've got got the bathroom. Honestly, it's giving. Very much giving. I'm not going to show you the mirror because I look so crusty.
I don't want to look up.
And then we've got the room here. So we've got the 2 beds, sliding door, chairs, a little lounge area, and then we've got the outside.
We're in Rome, bitch.
Or whatever. Oh, this is literally the first time we've laid in a bed for the past 48 hours. We're like in the same clothes. Oh, it's so rank. But we're gonna be fresh soon, so should be right. Alright, so we had a quick tea, now we're finally out.
Off to Tonorello.
Off to Tonorello, hopefully we'll get a spot. Also, the trains are so violent here. Like we were saying, if we got caught in the middle, we would have been done for.
Yeah. Right now it's peaceful. That actually.
Prime example. Yeah, you can already tell the vibe's different here.
It's so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
It's also really lively.
It is.
There's actually a nightlife here.
Yeah, can you guess that it's like already 10 PM and there's like actually things open? Oh my gosh. Our first dinner in Italy. So we are at Tonorello. We literally are the last table that I got served. But we've got artichokes, we've got carbonara, we've got beef and eggplant, we've got chicken, we've got more artichoke, we've got more carbonara. I'm so ready to eat. Oh my gosh, so ready to eat. That's how they do fresh water here. First review of gelato in Italy. So we got pomegranate cream cheese on the top. Oh, it's not focusing.
Oh, wow.
And then we got apricot at the bottom.
I mean, we have good gelato in Sydney, but that flavor is really unique, and it's really heavy for gelato.
It is, and this 2 scoops was €3.50, which is like $5 in Australia. So.
Exactly.
So this is like a market arcade thing. It's really cool.
By the Tide River.
Yeah. So it's just like casually out here. It is what, like 11:30?
Yeah. The vibes are really nice.
Yeah. And it's like cool to see that a lot of young people are out as well. But yeah, our first night in Rome. This is really pretty. This is like actual nightlife. Nearly midnight, and it's hustling and bustling. So if you want to see like what a casual view on an Italian roadside is, it's this. What? Our first morning in Rome. So this is our view from the hotel. It's pretty nice. We're not that close to the city. It means that, you know, we get a much nicer vibe, but also transport is a bit further away. Today, what are our plans for today, Ed?
We're gonna go to the Colosseum. No, we're gonna collect our Roman passes.
Yeet. Yeah.
Colosseum, and then we have truffle dinner reserved.
I'm so excited for that. Actually no, it's gonna be really bad.
It's gonna be shit.
It's gonna be so bad, and we're gonna regret having to book it through Google Maps Q&A.
How do you feel about Tonorello last night?
Good.
Yeah.
A bit overhyped for what it is though.
Same. I don't think it delivered the hype on basically every dish. We got the artichoke hearts, and my dumbass thought that it was like a blooming onion that you could eat everything. And so I was chewing for 30 seconds, and then the compliment food was like, what the fuck? We also got the cacio e pepe. No, the carbonara.
The pasta itself, that was good. Like, it was chewy, it had that al dente-ness to it.
It was thick.
It was so thick. It was so good.
But the sauce was a bit gluggy.
Towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like super smooth, silky sauce, but
Yeah.
like little particles of the parmesan cheese that didn't exactly emulsify.
Yeah. The salad was like, it was a salad. But to be fair, we got that because we needed it, not because we wanted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so today's gonna be our first touristy day, so let's see how it'll go.
Starting the day off with a continental breakfast. The breakfast is actually at the top of the hotel, so we had a really nice view from the rooftop.
Right when you exit the station, it's casually there. Oh my gosh.
It's like half gone.
Because our Colosseum ticket was at 4 o'clock, we decided to use our time in the morning to explore the surrounding areas. Our first official stop was the Church of St. Ignatius. In this shot, you can see the inside of the church, which is already beautiful, but as you continue to look up, you can see why this church is so renowned for its paintings and frescoes. Because the paintings are on the ceiling, they looked curved, but there's actually a mirror inside to show you that they're flat. Here is the Trevi Fountain with masses of crowds.
Alright, so this is our lunch for today. Yum. Bon appetit.
Starting our daily gelato streak off at Venki. Look at all those flavors.
So we weren't even planning on coming here. We just casually stumbled upon the Pantheon. We're on our way to the St. Luigi church, and it just so happened that this was like 2 minutes away. Alright, so we're at
the
Colosseum or whatever.
Just had our tea. We had it like 2 minutes ago, but we needed another one.
Literally.
Some of the next clips may look a little bit weird because they were actually filmed on my phone since my camera ran out, but there were some extremely steep steps inside the Colosseum, but it is worth it because you get to see this amazing view of the Colosseum. We then ended the night with dinner at Taverna Lucifero before heading back to our accommodation. Our first stop for the day was Galleria Borghese.
Why are they not stopping? Yeah.
The Borghese Gallery used to be a private art collection, but was later turned into a public art museum. When walking around, there are beautiful works including sculptures and paintings, but just like the churches throughout Italy, the architecture and interior of the space is also an artwork in itself.
Such a nice day. Like, I mean, it is also like, what, 10 a.m?
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's gonna be 31 degrees later. Go to a shopping centre.
Yeah.
Not that there are lots here.
We literally haven't stumbled upon any,
No.
which is insane.
It's almost smaller boutique shops
Yeah.
carved into like these big historical buildings.
But yeah, I think we're gonna try and find a place to get a bit of food, have a tea.
Get lunch now.
Yeah.
We then stopped at a nearby cafe called Le Galline for some coffee and Italian desserts, as well as this adorable dog that we saw inside. For lunch, we stopped at an inside market where there was an array of restaurants and food vendors. We grabbed some fried zucchini flowers, supli, which are traditional Italian rice balls, and an eggplant palm trapezzino on the right. And you can see from this top view just how expansive this market was.
Once again, we just casually stumbled upon a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Spanish Steps.
Spanish Steps.
And there's the piazza.
This is us at Giolitti, a famous gelateria, for day 2 of our gelato streak, and then we headed back to our accommodation with the free shuttle bus.
It was nice to lie down. With AC.
This fucking country has no shopping centres. Like they do. Don't cancel me, please. We publish this on YouTube. Don't cancel me. They do. But it's really far in between.
Yeah, few and far between for sure. But we're gonna go dinner and then probably head back for the gym.
Yeah.
Be productive or whatever.
Because I don't want to look like a fucking hippopotamus after my Italy trip.
I'm definitely going to.
bakery dinner.
So we're trying amatriciana, which is like tomato based, and then we've got our first cacio e pepe of El Trip. Yum.
For our mains, we had oxbone soup, as well as some broccoli, which was prepared very simply, but nonetheless delicious.
The amatriciana was probably the best pasta.
Yeah,
The sauce here with the crispy little bits.
yeah. Oh, it was so good.
The best.
So I'm expecting this to be busting. Who would have thought that 20 degrees is cold?
Yeah.
There was a pharmacy sign and it said 20 degrees right now, which is like really nice actually.
It is.
But yeah, either way, we're trekking our way home because the buses and the hotel shuttle didn't come, but she'll be right. That's the end of day 3.
Day 3.
Anyway.
That was the best day
Oh my gosh,
so far.
it was so good. Whatever mummy's name was that was serving, she was serving, honestly.
Day 4 breakfast was at a nearby bakery called Il Gianfornaio. They had an absolute plethora of both sweet and savory options.
Came to
15 euros.
10 euros.
10 euros.
10 euros, so this is like 15 AUD.
Everything we had was amazing, but that one pistachio croissant, I still dream about it. On this day, we had the opportunity to go to a cooking class where they taught us all about Italian food and preparation.
You're gonna end up with 40 portions. My elbow and my shoulder. Go like this. The very beginning of the cube, so you can see it does like a little slide, and then just down and. Thank you. So this is called a cavatello rigato. No, this one is a lot better. This one is oh, with your fettuccine. Then you're gonna take your rolling pin and start by pushing down and rolling forward. With the pasta, push down and drag back. Fettuccine.
This is my attempt of making the fettuccine pasta, and ultimately needing help from the chefs because I was flopping.
Let's start here because it was too close to the food. But for that, I suggest you.
This is the final product and us enjoying the fruits of our labor. We then moved to a separate room to start our pizza making class. The chef here was such a fun guy. His name was Medasad and he was Italian Persian.
The third hand goes 90 degrees compared to the second one, and the fourth one again in front of it. Basically a cross. Okay? Then I put it down and look, my dough is done. One thing, thank you so much.
Because I didn't do it.
Exactly. Which part of Australia do you live?
I live in the middle, in the bush.
So you live close to spiders.
Yes, thanks.
And circle it close to the crust. Leave a centimeter far from the.
Here he is throwing a bit of shade at me.
And when you add salt, for God's sake, not like I'm talking about you two. 3 of you, because I can see you have taken photos at Instagram fan. Regular, like a human being salt here. Get inside, one push, pull it out fast and strong. Done, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice work.
See? Ready?
Here is the finished product. This is actually the first time we had pizza in Italy and it was amazing. They also had what they called their world famous tiramisu, and I can see why, because it was delicious. Before we knew it, the cooking class was over and we headed back to the main city for some more sightseeing.
Alright, National Gallery of Modern and Contemporary Art.
We're keen. We just finished our cooking class. It's really hot, so we're here
Yeah.
for our AC.
We
Hopefully
are.
they do have it.
Yeah.
But this place seems a bit more low-key compared to the other places, which is good.
Even though the museum looked low-key on the outside, it was easily the biggest one that we went to. Each room had its own separate theme and message. These ones at the beginning focused on war and conflict. The museum had about 3 or 4 different levels, with each level being extremely expansive. Unbeknownst to us, this museum holds the extremely famous fountain by Marcel Duchamp. These sections focused more on fashion, which was probably my favourite, because you could actually see the concept drawings of all of these pieces, being able to see how the artists and the designers worked from start to finish. We ended the night at Rimesto Roscioli with pasta fagioli and a very fun dish of eggs, spearmint crumble, custard, and what Ed called
And Big Mac pickles.
We also had our complimentary bread, and Ed had a Negroni. For our main, we had a really delicious roasted duck.
Alright, so the famous tiramisu place, we've got strawberry and we've got pistachio. And it's right there. So it's called Two Sizes.
We started our day 5 by visiting the Vatican City. Because of security reasons, we couldn't film or take many photos, but it was a great chance to see, learn about, and experience the amazing history of the area. It was then time to go to the famous Osteria da Fortunata for lunch.
This is our lunch. Last full day in Rome. So we've got a carbonara, we've got gnocchi with oxtail, and we've got 2 limoncellos. Pasta wasn't enough for us, so we decided to get veal with some baked potatoes.
And our dinner was at Mimi e Coco in Trastevere.
So it's our last dinner in Rome already. So we've got a pinza, which is pesto, cheese, mortadella. We've got salad, it's got like egg, anchovies, tomatoes.
It smells amazing.
It does. And then we've got lasagna, and Ed's got a pina colada.
We haven't gotten a lasagna yet on our trip. We've gotten so many pasta
We've had so many. So today's the first day we're not having pasta for dinner. It's our last gelato in Rome, so I've gone for chocolate with black tea and then a basil one at the bottom.
Really unique flavors. I got I don't even know what's full in here, but there's cheese. And down there, there's the Princess Kiss, which is chocolate, caramel, vanilla. I don't know, I just wanted a Princess Kiss.
Yum.
If you were to live in one of these buildings, you'd be very rich.
Yeah.
I think this is their equivalent of mansions. Last night in Rome.
Last night in Rome. The gelato.
The gelato was so good. Like, it was a perfect way to end the night.
It
You had a
was.
bit of a fiasco in the afternoon because we got limoncello spritzes, which were really good. And then even though they tasted like lemonades, they turned out to be super, super strong. We drank the whole thing, right? And we got buzzed.
We found out that limoncello spritzers actually use Prosecco instead of club soda, so that's why we got so lit.
And we ended up getting like nosebleeds and a headache.
Also, that was brought upon by the heat. All alcohol they serve in massive cups. Like, Ed got a Negroni yesterday. It was in like a wine glass, and then our limoncello spritzers were in like those cups that you usually get in milkshakes.
Sydney, like cocktail bars, they give you like little dainty cups.
Yeah.
They give you pitchers here.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
and it's cheaper as well.
Exactly. So it's good value if you want to get lit.
Glad that was our last meal,
Yeah,
last dinner.
last dinner. And we got probably my favorite gelato this trip because of how unique. Either because of me finally being able to taste,
Yeah.
or because of how unique the flavors were.
Yeah, the flavors were insane. And also like, well, okay, all gelato here is cheap, to be fair.
Yeah.
But €3
€3
for
is stunning for two.
2 scoops was so good.
Gelatissimo shouldn't even be considered gelato. I don't think they should be.
That wouldn't even be like a tourist trap here. That would be like literally excommunicated from detailing cuisine.
No, seriously. I seriously think that the store would get like arsonists again on it if Gelatissimo charge over on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna be those annoying Australians who go to a gelato store and are like, this
You know,
isn't the real gelato
yeah.
in Edinburgh.
Exactly. Though the whole narrative of authentic gelato is only in metal things, we haven't seen that pretty much anywhere.
No. Exactly, we haven't. So either we are still being tourist trapped and we just think that these tourist traps
Yeah.
are amazing. I don't think so.
No. Heading back to our hotel because we've got to pack and everything, so
Have a
tomorrow. And potentially our last days on this earth. But we'll see how tomorrow goes as well. But yeah. So the only place we've been to twice, this bakery, for our last meal. Alright.
We've got the caprese pizza. I think this is some sort of thin focaccia with potatoes on top and this cured beef inside.
Yeah.
We've got cappuccino. She said this was a Roman specialty, like this little cherry pie. And this was also one of the more popular ones with, it's basically a fried pastry with chocolate cream inside.
Yum. Before we knew it, our life in Rome was already finished because it was now time to head to Naples.
Alright, successfully landed in Naples. So we've got main room, 2 beds, really nice view. Up here. Got the bathroom around the corner. Definitely more spacious, which is really nice. And at 4 p.m, very tired me.
Our dinner was at a place called Il Pronto Ormagna. Because Naples is so close to the water, they have amazing seafood, so we decided to check it out for our first dinner.
Streets of Naples.
The streets of Naples are not for the weak. There are cars and Vespers grazing past your leg at any given moment, but there's a certain charm and beauty to the chaos.
Breakfast today is a bubble. And we've got a pistachio cannoli. We've also got pastita and we've got a cappuccino. All of this was €4.20. Insane.
So this was the day that we went to visit Pompeii, and even though it was 35 degrees, there was almost no undercover shade. We were walking around for 4 hours. I was also sick. I wouldn't have changed it because it was an incredibly special experience that we got to have. There were so many areas to explore, but some of note is this House of Veti, which is one of the biggest spaces within Pompeii to visit. And also these sculptures that we used to crush the grain that we used for bread and other baked goods. After a long 2-hour train ride, it was now time to have lunch, and we went to this place called Pizzeria de Figliole. They specialize in fried pizzas, and this was an amazing lunch. Our last activity of the day was visiting the National Archaeological Museum of Naples, and we really enjoyed this place because they had such variety in artifacts and also fossils, but also because they had some air conditioning for once. In this museum, they also had a 1:100 replica of Pompeii.
Alright, so we're at the inaugural sfogliatella place. So we've got sfogliatella and then we've got frolla, which is like a soft sfogliatella.
Both are super warm right now, so they're clearly freshly baked.
Which says a lot because apparently this place closes at 7 and it's 6:30. So we're at Gino and Toto. So we've got a margarita pizza and we've got some mystery one that's got like everything on it.
And of course, we can't end the day without having some dessert.
Alright, so it's day 3 at Naples. Today we're planning to go to the Amalfi Coast. So we've got Sorrento and Positano. We'll see how it goes. I am not feeling the best. Just exhaustion has gotten to me, but hopefully today will be a nice change of pace by going to see the coast. See how crowded it is.
The first thing we did was go back to our Australian roots and grab some brunch, and this was in a really cute spot. When coming to Positano, we didn't have much of an itinerary, which meant that we could move around and explore as we wanted to, which was a nice change of pace. It was then time to board the ferry and go to our next spot, which was Sorrento. Sorrento didn't have the same aesthetics as Positano, but what was really nice was that it was so much more chill and relaxed. Dinner was at a local trattoria, which was so vibrant and lively.
So we've got, it looks like panzerotti, we've got some arancini and some cheese stuff. Our last course we've got polpette, meatballs, tomatoes, and then we've got our bread. We have decided to colonize 2 tables. So we've got a seafood risotto, we've got grilled zucchini, and we've got mixed salad. Not many vlogs today because one of us decided to get very sick. We'll enjoy our last dinner in Naples because when in Rome, right? When in Rome. Bon appetit. Last day in Naples.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss all the Neapolitan.
Nice change of pace. I think that's a lot different here than what it is in Rome. But Padova is going to be potentially very dead.
Just keen for some horse meat and some glad to finish.
Served us well. So officially our last meal in Naples. Come to tandem, we've got eggplant parm, we've got braciole, and we've got manfredi, which is kind of like macartine, and they do not skim.
They do not. Hey.